Yes, thank you for your patience. Just as you were saying, Mary, WebEx crashed and everything went away, but I'm here now. So hi, my name is Mary Blake, and I'm here to speak in favor of making the cycle lanes on Yonge Street in Midtown permanent. Focus my comments on two areas, climate change and the kinds of places we want to create in our city. I'll start with climate change. We are in a climate emergency. I was proud to see our city set the target of net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2040. Unfortunately, we are not on track to hit that target, and some of the changes we need to make, like building retrofits, are not easy. Necessary, but not easy. In contrast, we're talking here about making temporary cycle lanes permanent. I see that as low-hanging fruit by comparison, so I think we should do it. I'll focus the rest of my comments on the kinds of spaces we want to create in the city. One of the goals of the Midtown Complete Street pilot was to make Yonge Street in Midtown a more safe, welcoming, vibrant, and flourishing place. Now, I haven't always lived in Toronto. I moved here 4 years ago. If you'll indulge me, I'd like to speak to the importance of Yonge Street as a complete street by drawing on some of my experiences living elsewhere. Before I moved here, I lived in London, Ontario for 7 years. Fans of YouTube channel, Not Just Bikes, I actually love London and I think it has a lot of potential. But one thing can't be ignored, and that is that the downtown is struggling. Now, I bring up London's downtown because I think it serves as an example of what happens when you don't embrace complete streets, or you do in principle, but you don't fully commit. London's downtown is full of parking, several multi-lane roads, and until recently, conversations about revitalizing it have focused a lot on making it so people want to drive there. The thing is, though, they don't. They just drive through. And that's consistent with a lot of other cities and towns' experiences. Downtowns and main streets that are designed largely around the idea that people will drive there and spend money simply don't do well long term. And I think we need to keep that in mind when we're talking about Yonge Street. Now I'd like to take you back to the place I lived before moving to London, and that's Moncton, New Brunswick. When I lived there, the province's slogan was "Be ellipsis in this place." And my friend Brunswicker, with a healthy sense of self-deprecating humor, liked to replace "be in this place" with "drive through this place." All he had to do to brutally roast his province was change "be in" to "drive through." I bring this up not because provincial slogans are a really easy target for ridicule, but because I think it very nicely demonstrates the choice to be made with Yonge Street in Midtown. If you build a place that's designed for people to drive through, they will do just that. As you're making your decision today, I'd encourage you to ask yourself, what do we want to do with this stretch of Yonge Street? Be in this place or drive through this place? Thank you.
Thank you for your deputation. Are there any questions of the deputant? Okay, seeing none, thank you. Our